over the freeway. If they were to do that, they could probably save. I mean, they could use that space for development instead of tearing down old buildings, right?
Washington, D.C. has done that, actually.
Can you over the freeway build?
It takes a lot of intense structure.
That takes a lot of concrete.
You'll be very limited in the height of the buildings that you can build, but Washington, D.C.'s done it. Seattle, Washington actually built it with a convention center over theirs.
I'm just saying we could preserve our beautiful buildings and use these spaces to build.
Create land, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. Speaking of 134, so right when you go through the 134, there's this amazing exit by the name of Pacific. And that intersection or that exit and that specific intersection that we're going to be bringing up off of Burchett gets pretty congested. Now, on that exact intersection that we're talking about, there's a restaurant that's been there for quite some time by the name of Acapulco. And a couple months ago, there was a proposal from a very reputable company or burger joint named In-N-Out. What's going on with that one?
That's really a good topic, and I think also goes to with some of the community concern with some of the other plans that we're moving forward where they think we're not listening to them. We are. Council actually just the other night in a unanimous vote told us to move forward with our change in regulations on how we deal with drive-thrus. That for that specific location, a very intense drive-thru such as In-N-Out would not work. I know there's been some rumors around that they bought the property. They have not. They have not come in with a further proposal. They came in with an initial idea. I think that's what really kind of ignited some of this conversation or concern around. There was already some talks about concerns about how drive-thrus had functioned in our city. But ultimately, we will be changing the regulations. But also, they have not come forward with anything additional in terms of an application, a formal application. We have fielded calls from the owner of the property and potential future uses there as well. And I know that obviously Acapulco is still located there too. So any conversation the in and out as far as we're aware is done.
But so, when you say changing regulations, that could take months or years, right?
It can, yeah.
And if In-N-Out, for example, tomorrow offers the owner whatever amount, purchases the property, submits an application, if the regulation has not been changed, won't they be granted the conditional use permit or whatever they need in order to open a drive-thru in and out there, or how would that work?
Not necessarily. It would depend on where council would like to start the implementation of those regulations. Sometimes we make changes, we apply it to anything that has a building permit and up, right? If you're in an early phase study with us, you got to go back and make some changes. If you're in a pre-application phase. So where that is, those regulations get positioned in terms of what we call pipeline projects would make that determination. But again, council can set that pipeline wherever they would like to. And we've seen it go in various places within that process.
Were they looking at demo Acapulco and just build a new structure? Correct, there?
Yeah, it was going to be a walk. I believe they had a walk-up window, no indoor dining and all was proposed, and just drive-through the rest of the way.
Oh, so there was going to be no indoor seating at all?
No.
Oh, so it's going to be all outdoor? Dude, that's a massive spot for just a drive-through.
And it is an intersection that would weigh very, very heavy on. And that's why you saw the council really responded quickly to that to bring the item forward. Staff, we moved very, very quickly to come up with those draft regulations. And that has since kind of changed the conversation around that intersection. There
was conversations of the drive-through, instead of being on Pacific, it would be over on Burchett, right?
I'd have to go back and look at the plans. I don't remember the exact organization.
Because entry and exit,
I think part of it did go out on Burchett.
Yeah, entry and exit. They were talking about entry and exit being off of Burchett, and I was just like, dude, I would feel terrible for the people living on Burchett to see a drive-through. Because look, any In-N-Out you go to, whether it's the Harvey drive-through or the one in Burbank off of whatever it is, I think it's First Street.
Mm-hmm. Burbank exit and Grinnell.
Yeah, dude, the line is just
spills out.
It fills out. So could you imagine that filling into a residential street, and then at the same time you get loitering there. Mm-hmm. It's open late. People are, and the fact that there's no indoor eating and it's all outdoor, you're gonna have trash everywhere. So I mean, hopefully this isn't brought up to the table again. But the fact that there are, again, whispers and rumors going around that there is still conversation going back and forth with the owner of that land and the owner of In-N-Out. I mean, can we put it to rest completely? Or
there's been no formal application. We have not had any further contact or discussion. They had no application that's come in, and we have had others approach us about other potential uses where they've been in discussions. And again, obviously the existing restaurant is there. We have no further action that's occurred in terms of the in and out.
Did you enjoy that clip? Click over here to watch the full episode and click over here to subscribe to the WiseNuts podcast YouTube channel.